So, Bitcoin making a nice little move up, huh? Yeah, that's probably because Trump is trying to end Biden's war on crypto and he's signing a few executive orders to make it possible that the US is the place for cryptocurrency. We're also going to dive into why JP Morgan thinks that cryptocurrency is going to be going into a bearish market. Why? Because there's no interest in the futures? I beg to differ, because we've got to look at it from a different perspective. So if you are new to today's video, make sure you like and subscribe, because we're going to break down Bitcoin price action. I'm going to get you aware of what price levels you need to be monitoring and what to watch out for as we head into today's market. But more importantly, going to be diving into what's going on in the bonds market, because they keep on hitting the news. And that's going to help us understand what the rest of the day may look like for Bitcoin and the rest of the legacy market. So let's get with the program, ladies and gentlemen, and break it all down for you. Lately, I've been seeing a lot of the news anchors coming out with bond yields and European stocks and bonds, treasuries. They keep using the same titles over and over. And when I see that, I think, okay, there's activity in the bonds market. Does that tell me that something is changing? We go over to the bonds market just to put things into perspective, and we see that the 10-year bonds right now are currently trading positive for the day. They're up 0.06 for the day. Now, that could be because in this article here, it says that the Trump says China trade deal is possible. And that's what I've been saying for a little while now regarding the idea that investors are waiting for this. Is he going to do it? Is he not going to do it? Were these tariffs a bluff in essence? So investors are sort of waiting to see what's going on. And in the end, if there's no credible situation with the tariffs, the market's going to say, you know what, forget about it. Let's just stick to what we know, which is why you've seen the S&P making all-time highs. The Nasdaq is trading very close towards it. And now cryptocurrency is starting to make a move. With that being said, going over into the dollar dominance, you can see that dollar is starting to work its way lower. And that's going to be a good thing for Bitcoin, because as dollar goes down, Bitcoin in principle should be marking up. Okay, and that's what we're witnessing with Bitcoin. Why is Bitcoin moving up? Well, we had this article come out saying that Trump aims to end Biden's war on crypto. And says here that he's recently announced that he signed an executive orders to end President Joe's war on Bitcoin and crypto. So that could effectively mean that we're going to have regulation coming into play, which is going to be favorable for cryptocurrency. Then we come across this article right here from JP Morgan. JP Morgan's turned around saying that there's no interest on the CME futures between Bitcoin and Ethereum, or institutional demand for it. Remember, the futures market is speculating the idea that you believe price is going to be up at one point or it's going to be down at one point. Why do you think the futures are not really showing the flavor? Well, have any of you actually traded the Bitcoin futures on the CME? It's horrible. There's such a wide spread. It's not consistent. It's horrible to trade on there. A nightmare for scalpers. You're already at a $20 spread. There's no point in even opening a trade because you're automatically in a drawdown when you open a trade. So what's going on? Why do JP Morgan think that no one is going to be interested in Bitcoin or Ethereum futures, and the fact that there's no institutional demand to trade it? Well, there is. Think about it. What's the hype behind Bitcoin? To hold it. So that means as long as this balance stays at 586, going into the actual blockchain itself, I ain't seeing no one getting rid of it. Look, BlackRock's also bought another 227. That was 2 days ago. Okay, so BlackRock ain't doing too much. In other words, retail investors are coming in buying this BlackRock ETF, and I'm sure institutional investors are also buying the BlackRock ETF because they have a desire to hold it, not trade it. Naturally, these are the people that hold it to trade it only for a short period of time. That's why price goes up aggressively and down aggressively to attack the liquidity. Up here, you got shorts at 99,000, close towards that 100K mark. Got lots of liquidations, 230, 615, 600 again, 694. Oh my God, like we got nearly over $2-3 billion worth of short liquidations at the 99,000 mark. There's every reason for Bitcoin to mark up. These people believe price are going to go down or should be going down. Well, the market doesn't look like it's showing that. Bitcoin's doing a good job of coming away from these lows. Going over to Ethereum, you can see it's in the stablecoin formation, where the stablecoin formation is effectively when it behaves like XRP. It just makes a high, makes a low, and stays in that range for as long as it bloody can until it breaks out. So if Ethereum breaks out of 2,913, for example, Ethereum's in the bull run. Happy days. Isn't that the same thing with XRP? I mean, XRP is still in its formation, but it's doing relatively well, given that yesterday we saw it at $2.60, and then again the day before that it was $2.69, and then the day before that it went down to go back up towards $2.60. I'm smelling 50 cents all over again. Not the price point, the behavior. Going into Solana, you can see Solana's taken a little bit of a smack, keeps on going down, and of course, it's managed to sweep the liquidity right here, which is good news. We want to see them sweep that wick. And now that they've done this big drop to the downside, this red vector candle could be a clue that Solana could be getting ready to mark even higher if there is interest to pick up Solana at 173, or alternatively, if there is another meme coin that is created and everyone goes mad for it and starts picking up Solana and what have you. Yeah, just be careful with those meme coins. Quickly going back into Bitcoin price action just for a few moments. Going to the daily time frame, you can see that Bitcoin's doing very well for the daily, and it's going into the 50 EMA, which is the first time in the last 1, 2, 3, 4 days since it's moved away from it. It's now going into the 50 EMA cloud zone itself. What do we need to see? We need to see Bitcoin trying to successfully break above the 50 EMA line itself, but more importantly, the first candle after the 50 EMA that closes above into the upper band of this cloud is going to be a very important candle, which will tell us that we're pretty much going to start marking our way upwards, with the principle that if the market's memory gets triggered again inside of this range, then that means Bitcoin is going to keep marking up. We go into the order flow and you can see that there are guys looking at offering out and selling the Bitcoin. Where are the bids? There's not many bids inside of this range. Why? Because they've all been buying over here. So now what are they looking to do? They're looking to sell. So that is naturally going to lead price to start marking higher. Now, with that being said, going back into the chart, if you don't know what this cloud is, get yourself over to tradersreality.com, because this is the free course that talks you through the hybrid system and you learn everything about it. Now, if you want to start utilizing the hybrid system on an everyday basis and get trade setups, then get yourself over to the platinum membership, where you'll get 5 trade setups every single day, Monday through to Friday, with a weekly review on the Saturday and a market watch on the Sunday, where I project out what I anticipate to happen throughout the week from a macro perspective and the technical perspective in all the assets that we trade: Euro, NASDAQ, S&P, gold, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. So you get those projections every single day. So go check that out. But if you are new, get into the Breaking Down the Hybrid System free course so you understand exactly how to utilize the actual system. By the time you get this video, the unemployment claims data would have come out, and what we're looking for is a reduction in the number of people working. So we want to see the unemployment claims coming in higher. Why? Because that's going to be fueling the Fed's logic of cutting the interest rates. But if we don't see that, then we're back to square one with the Fed looking for data to see if they should cut the interest rates. But they said that they are going to cut the interest rates, but we need to wait for the data. But they're saying that inflation is going to be impacted by Donald Trump's tariffs, but the tariffs don't seem like they're going to be coming into play yet, because he seems to be working on a deal with China, and he's given Mexico an extension, but he says he's going to give the tariff. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an absolute shit show, but never mind. Welcome to Traders Reality. I hope you have a good day. Mad love and respect. Peace. What a guy.